Hello, hello, fellow Patreons and non-Patreons alike. This is Austin from Drink and Think Trivia. You may know me from Twitch streams and other places.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite verbal punching bag Doug of the Make Fun of Doug tier of Patreon. I know, I'm a big deal to make fun of. I get it.
Hey everybody, Brian, one of your favorite 3 trivia hosts, coming to you guys. We have some announcements to make.
But anyway, there's some changes coming down the pipeline for Drink and Think Trivia, and Austin, Brian, and I wanted to let you know what those are.
Austin, Doug, and I held a board of directors meeting the other night, and we're going to make some changes, but we wanted you to be the first to know.
At first glance or at first reaction, these might sound bad, but we promise these are positive changes, things that we think you will all enjoy, make us a bigger and better company that you can enjoy all aspects, virtual, live, podcast, whatever it is. So first things first, thank you all so much for supporting our virtual trivia. It started out rough, but you stuck with us through the good, the bad, the ugly, the technical difficulties. The ugly being Facebook, those first few crashes, answers not working, system going down. Anyway, with that being said, virtual trivia, much like our podcast currently, will be going on hiatus starting June 3rd.
This week will actually be our last one for maybe a month or two. We're going to take a small hiatus.
Now, before you go getting your underoos in a knot, it's not the end of our virtual presence. We are just changing the format a bit until we find something that works best for everyone.
As we try and focus on in-house, also to kind of re-market. So we'll be taking a break, but it's not done. It will come back. So the main events will end as of June 3rd. We will still have streams, either Doug gaming, myself gaming, maybe hosting some mini events, mini trivias.
Like Among Us nights or other multiplayer games. We love interacting and playing games with you guys. Maybe random game streams by some of your favorite hosts. Maybe some mini trivia breaks just to break up the boredom from time to time. Or hell, maybe even a movie night where you guys can watch Con Air and Silence of the Lambs with us and see why Brian enjoys his movies so much and might be a little obsessed.
So keep an eye out for those. If you subscribe to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/drinkandthinktrivia.
We'll keep you updated on those schedules. So just keep an eye on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. If you haven't followed our Twitter yet, please do when it's made.
So we want to turn our Twitch channel and by extent our Discord channel into a true blue community. Expand out. We've been dabbling in Twitch up to this point, and there's so much more potential to reach out there and get our company name out there, have more fun with you guys, engage with you more than the one time you might come out to live trivia. And so we hope you'll support us as we forge this new virtual path. With that said, we are also going to be suspending Patreon support after our last virtual trivia night. So you don't have to give us your money anymore for right now. We do want it, though. While we work on our podcast and other things, we don't want you just throwing your money into the wind without seeing anything in return. So don't worry. We're not going to take your $20, $10, $5 for a little while. If you want to resubscribe later, we would much appreciate it.
For our non-local Patreons, and actually all Patreon members, I'll be refunding you guys for the month of that where you charged actually today, June 1st, and last month, May 1st. If you would like to continue financially supporting us for those months, feel free to. The only reason I'm doing that is because I cannot fulfill all the beer things right now. And I don't want to hold on to money and not fulfill everything. So look for those refunds to be processed back. I'll try and see if I can get them out this week. So yes, thank you all for supporting us throughout the last year, especially our Patreon members who gave financially. We really appreciate it. It helped us out a lot. Where we're able to pay for a lot of the streaming devices. Still couldn't fix our technical difficulties, but but look for some good things happening in the future. We just think it's time right now to kind of step back, rebrand, rebuild, and see where we go from there. Thank you.
But with that said, speaking of our podcast,
it will be back in September-ish. We're planning on the fall once we get everything recorded. There might be some special features on that when that comes back.
We're going to record multiple episodes over the summer. We'll have seasons of podcasts that you can kind of follow each season to see how we do.
we hope you're as excited as we are. We'll be spending the summer recording episodes so we can put out awesome content and not have to wait till the night before when we're going to put out an episode and I have to stay up late to edit it, and it just... Anyway. With that also comes changes, though. For one, we're going to have some of our podcasts streamed live onto our Twitch channel, so you can see all the ins and outs and screw-ups and drinking that comes along with it. Hell, we may even do on-location recording of our podcast at some of our favorite breweries where we host trivia. And speaking of hosting trivia, want to hear some cool stuff about live trivia? Guess who's back? Back again. We're back. Tell a friend. That's right, everyone. We are going back to live trivia in earnest. Casual Pint's been going for a little bit.
Casual Pint in Falls Church on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m.
Yeah, but now with people getting vaccines, restrictions being lifted, and life returning to some semblance of normal, we are starting to ramp up our live trivia. Mark your calendars.
Like I mentioned, Rocket Frog is returning June 17th.
We'll be starting back live trivia at Rocket Frog with your favorite host, second favorite host, maybe third favorite host, Doug. Doug will be there, 7 p.m., Thursday nights, starting the 17th of June. Please go check him out. It's going to be a good time there. Big one. We're changing up the format of trivia for both online nights and for in-person live trivia. The way live trivia is going to work from now on is we're going to have 7 rounds of 8 questions. So you're going to get 6 extra questions. So think of that. 7 of those questions in each round are going to be multiple choice. I know a lot of people have been asking for multiple choice. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to keep them at multiple choice. If they're not multiple choice, they're going to be easier than normal. That last question in each round is going to be a free form answer that you will get to wager your points for. So each multiple choice question will be worth 1 point. Your last question, you're going to be able to wager up to the number of points that you have. So keep that in mind for when you're playing. There's some strategery involved. That is going to be done so we can make better use of the TrivNow app. Speaking of TrivNow, we're also going to they have new features for some bonuses, which we are going to be awarding out as we see fit for whatever reason we want. Things like free answers. So if you don't know the answer, you could choose to use one of your free answers and get the point. Or double your score for that question if you really do know it and you want to double your score. Things like that. That's how that's going to work. Online trivia, when it comes back or when we just run a random night, is going to be similar to that, except it's not going to be as many questions because we want to keep that to about an hour, hour and a half. But otherwise, same story. And then the biggest announcement, I think, is for you Patreon members.
All right, everyone. Here's the last bit. Keep an eye on your inbox. A special invitation is coming to you for a Patreon appreciation party hosted by us at Rocket Frog.
Now, this is a secret message for our Patreons. If you are local to the Northern Virginia area, we're going to actually have a Patreon appreciation party here at Rocket Frog. So keep an eye out for that info. We'll be providing you guys some foods, maybe some free drinks for supporting us throughout the last year.
You've all been so awesome in supporting us thus far, and we want to show you our appreciation. You have been through this with thick and thin, good and bad, everything we've gone through. We would not be here today. Quite literally, we might not even be a company still if it weren't for you guys supporting us through this pandemic. Thank you so much. We want to show our appreciation. Keep an eye out for that invitation. And as always, keep drinking, keep thinking. See you later.